Hello everyone! It seems that my ability to go live on Instagram has been restored. Why was it taken away to begin with? I don't know. However, I do have a pretty good idea that, people reported me who didn't like me for being trans, or maybe they didn't like me for being vegan or pro-life. I don't know. People just don't like me, and they have a long list of reasons they don't like me. So I'm sticking with people who do like me. The people who are my true friends. I'm going to be... okay, today is a special day. Today is my 4-year Orchiversary. Now, you probably have never heard of the word Orchiversary, and that's because I made it up. It's the anniversary of my orchiectomy 4 years ago. I'm going to be talking about that in this little live stream, but... first, I want to give a shout out to my true friends, okay? First, we're going to have to include my mother because I love my mom. She gave birth to me, she raised me, and she's my biggest ally in many regards. Also, I met a new friend recently, Gracie, and she watches my Twitch streams and comments on all my social media. So I officially have a social media stalker now. So that's great because usually I'm the person stalking other people's social media. You all know what I'm talking about. Oh, Luke Moore and Eric Lenovo. I know these people. Thank you for joining my live. I for a few months, I was unable to go live on Instagram. They decided, oh, we're not going to let you go live. We don't like the content you're making. They probably don't like my religious or political views, or maybe they don't like chess, because I've been talking about chess a lot too. I don't know. Yeah, Luke Moore, they would not let me go live. It says your ability to go live has been restricted. So Instagram or other people who probably reported me and made false accusations, they got me basically temporarily banned from Instagram, but then my account was restored. And then I still wasn't able to go live for the longest time. And it's really a shame because, okay, Instagram is cool because I have like a lot of followers on here. So I like to go live on Instagram just because I have some really cool people on Instagram. So thank you for joining. Eric Lenovo it actually made Gotchatris, which is their Tetris game. And then just today I played the latest version of Apotris, which is another fan-made Tetris game that the Tetris company actually got deleted off of GitHub. It's an open source project, Tetris project by this one guy, and just like mine is, but this person, Al Kauzaus or whatever, they made a Tetris game that's better than mine. They made a Tetris company that's better. They made a Tetris game that's better than anything the Tetris company has produced. The Tetris company got jealous and shut them down. But they have their own private website. Plus, they live in some other country. I don't even know which. So they're still going, and they've been updating their game. There's now there's like a PC ports. There's Windows, Linux, and Macintosh ports for the computer, and there's still the Game Boy Advance ROM port. So today I tried out the latest version, which is 4.0.2 of Apotris. I played the Windows edition on my Windows 11 laptop, and I have even a video on Instagram that I uploaded earlier. It's really good because, okay, now what I like about it is that it's not a resource hog like Tetris Effect. Your computer will lag a little bit because it has all those fancy visual effects. So Apotris is actually a better thing to play if you have an older computer that's can't do this latest graphical stuff, because it's just pure Tetris. It's very simple. But not only that, okay, so I actually have an emulator installed on my iPad, and I was able to transfer the ROM to my iCloud so I could use it within RetroArch, and I can actually play Apotris on my iPad. using an emulator for the Game Boy Advance ROM. So I have turned my iPad into a Tetris machine now, which is cool. So now, okay, look, my iPad can play. It can play Tetris using the emulator, and it can also. I play chess with my iPad on my favorite websites. You know, Reed Ryan. There's another one of my friends who follows me. Okay, great. Yeah. So I play I play chess. I play shogi. You know, and all that stuff. I do streams of that on Twitch, and I play a lot of games just privately on my iPad and sometimes my phone. But I like the computer experience best because I can stream it, and it's just easier clicking with a mouse on the computer. So I love that. Anyway, a lot of chess, a lot of Tetris, good stuff happening. But let me get to the title of the stream, Orchiversary. Now, exactly today, September 17th, 4 years ago, because this is 2024. So in 2020 was the day I had my balls removed. They removed my testicles, and after a 2-year fight of trying to find someone willing to do it for me, I was in pay. Oh, Return of the King. Well, sort of, except since the surgery 4 years ago, I'm not a king. Now I'm a queen. Anyway, so here's the thing. So. It's been a long time, and I haven't talked about it recently, but today's a special day. It's my Orchiversary. So when I had my orchiectomy 4 years ago and they removed my balls, I have been pain-free. See, I had a painful condition, a testicular torsion, and things were slipping in and out of place. I was just in constant pain. Like, I was in excruciating pain. I was overdosing on ibuprofen. And my doctor had prescribed gabapentin, but it started making my hair fall out. So I chose to deal with the pain because, you know, as I love my hair. So I knew the solution was, let's just remove my testicles. I'm not using them. I'm not using my testicles for anything, you know? That's what I told people. And now I haven't had them for 4 years, and I'm doing great because, oh yeah, that was a Lord of the Rings reference, Chas. Oh yes, Return of the King. Yeah, okay, awesome. Yeah, like, I also thought it could be like a Christian reference, like Return of the King, like the return of Jesus, because Jesus is king and all that, you know, with Christianity. So you could take that many ways. Anyway, so here's the thing. Not too long ago, I came across a thread on one website. It was one of those feminist websites where the women complain about men, because they do that. It makes them feel better to complain about men. But they were saying that well, actually, it wasn't. You know, I don't think it was actually specifically for feminists, but it was some. I think it might have been Facebook, actually. I saw this on. Anyway, the point is, so there were women saying that men never have their decisions policed. They can just go get a vasectomy if they want with no questions asked. First of all, there are men who commented. There are men who were denied getting a vasectomy, and there was one man who had sciatica, and somehow he had really bad pain in his testicles, and he had to fight and couldn't get a doctor to remove his testicles when that was what he wanted. So he was going through the same thing that I was. You know, it's like a person should not have to fight that hard. A person should not have to go to doctor after doctor, and then they'll be like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with you," you know, or it's just so strange. I was even calling animal shelters, asking them to pretend I was a dog and neuter me the way they would neuter a male dog by removing my testicles. I was even calling the animal shelters. I kid you not, guys. I was desperate. But anyway, I have been doing well. It's been 4 years since my balls were removed. And let me tell you the benefits is, number 1, no pain. Number 2, no erections. And let's see, is there a number 3? Well, yeah, number 3 is without the testosterone in my system, my emotions are are calmer. You know, I don't get angry as easily. It was easier to anger me before, but testosterone plays an influence. So without testosterone, I'm just kind of chill. I'm just really chill. Yeah, Luke Moore says, gotta do what you gotta do. And here's the thing. Here's what I want people to understand is that everybody has different needs, and what surgery is right for me may not be right for you. In fact, most people don't request to have an orchiectomy. Most people don't do that. But that's because, see, men, they're usually using their testicles for something, but we're not going to talk about what they do with them. We're not going to talk about that because that's their business. And I don't know who they are, but I know that what most people use their testicles for is not something that I do. So, since I wasn't using them and they were causing me pain, I had them removed. And it's been 4 years and I'm still going strong. Reed Ryan 11 says, I'm thinking about getting mine off, Chaz. Oh, I hope you can find a doctor willing to do it for you, because it's just think about it. You can't be kicked in the balls anymore, you know, because that hurts. You know, there's so many benefits. But anyway, I don't want to spend the entire stream just talking about the balls that I don't have anymore. But I just really wanted to say, oh yeah, Luke Moore says, Reed Ryan, too many horny thoughts. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Number 4, based on the comments, number 4. So now I was asexual before I got my balls removed, so my results are going to be different than other people's. I didn't really experience any change as far as sexual thoughts and stuff. But a lot of people do. Like, a lot of people, they have a reduction or complete absence of sex drive after they have their balls removed. So that's benefit number 4. Just thought I'd want to mention that for these men who are considering it in my chat here. It definitely recommend. But you know, the thing is, people think men can't live without testicles, just like they think they can't live without meat. You can live without meat, dairy, eggs, or honey. I've been vegan since I was 26, so it's been at least 11 years by now. So yeah, I've been vegan for 11 years, and I've been testicle free for 4 years now today. So anyway, back to chess. Okay, so I have been messing around with chess engines. So Stockfish is basically the world's, wait, but I used it for meat. Cooked my cat in the crock pot. What? Okay. Oh, Luke Moore asked, does it hurt when they snip them off? Actually, I was actually put to sleep. And what they did for me is they did a complete removal of not just the testicles, but the cords and the entire scrotum. The entire thing was removed. And you bet I had a lot to pay. I did, but I had pretty good insurance at the time. So I was able to get that paid off. Now I'm in debt to Full Sail University. Whole different story because I'm a college student. But I got my orchiectomy all paid for with good insurance and everything. So yeah, but yeah, that would hurt if somebody were to remove your testicles without anesthesia. That would actually hurt real bad, I imagine. So anyway, now Stockfish is the world's strongest open source chess engine. I'm not sure if it's the strongest chess engine precisely, but as far as open source chess engines, Stockfish is supreme. Now, why they call it Stockfish, I don't know, because it's not a fish. It's a chess playing program, but they call it Stockfish. So here's the thing is, I have experimented trying to find the best program to play chess with on the computer. Because I like playing on light chess the best. If I'm playing on a website on the internet, if you have an internet connection, play on lightchess.org. That's the best chess playing website. No doubt about that. But if you want to just play chess on your computer without visiting a website. Maybe your internet is not reliable. I want to recommend Xboard. Xboard on Linux or Winboard on Windows. It's the same program, but there's a Windows port of Xboard called Winboard. Just want to clarify that. Yeah. Oh, Luke Moore says, I need to find the doctor that circumcised me. He has something I want. Oh, yeah. Since I was just talking about orchiectomies, maybe it's relevant that I talk about circumcision. Circumcision is a bad idea because babies cannot consent to you cutting off a part of their penis. They can't do that. They can't consent to that. And nobody should do things to children that they can't agree or consent to or understand. Enough said. Do not do things to children. Leave the children alone. But when there are adult men or trans women, as the case may be, who want their balls removed, please do that for them. Don't mock them and say that, you're not going to do it for them because it's against your religious beliefs or whatever it is. Look, there's very, very few people who actually request to have their balls removed. But for those who want it, there's a reason they want it because it probably is right for them. So don't do it to babies. Don't orchiectomy or circumcise babies, but do it to the ones who are adults and are asking for it. Anyway, back to Stockfish, the chess engine. Okay, so Xboard is the program that has been around since like the 90s, and you can play chess against it, but you can also play shogi and Shang-Chi and like Crazy House. You can play tons of different chess variants on Xboard, and you can you can download it to your computer on Linux or Windows or Macintosh. It's open source, so there's different ports. So I have it on Debian Linux on one computer, but I also have it on Windows 11. I have Winboard, and the program functions pretty much the same. Now, here's the thing though. If you want to play multiple variants, then you need to have a chess engine that supports that variant, because you want to play against the computer, right? You want to play against the computer. That's the whole point of downloading a chess program like that. Because I have a real chessboard, and I can play against real humans if they come to my room. But nobody wants to come to my room. But we don't talk about that either. Anyway, so the idea is to play chess against the computer or shogi or whatever chess variant. So Luke Moore says, I wish I could stay and chit chat, but it's a school night. Good night, Chaz. I was supposed to have a school lecture, speaking of which, but it wouldn't let me get onto Zoom. It said it's staff only and students can't join, which is kind of the point of a lecture, is the students need to join. I don't know. I emailed my professor about it, and I called and left him a voicemail. So that was disappointing because I was wanting to participate in the school lecture tonight. Speaking of school. Anyway, have a good night, Luke Moore. Anyway, so Xboard is capable of being used to play chess, shogi, Shang-Chi, Crazy House, all kinds of different chess variants. But you need to have an engine capable of those variants. And I found it, guys. Fairy Stockfish. Okay, so Fairy Stockfish actually is what is used on lichess.org. Fairy Stockfish is used on lichess.org, and it's also used for the level 1 computer on Shogi uses Fairy Stockfish. But then levels 2 and above use a whole different shogi engine that's more specialized for shogi. But anyway, Fairy Stockfish is a chess engine that also can play all these other board games. So the idea is that if you install Xboard or Winboard, and then you also install Fairy Stockfish, and all you have to do is you download whatever latest version, you find the executable file, and then you put it wherever you want. You can put it wherever you want, and then there's a way to interface it in the program. Now, Here's the thing though, is I'm stupid with menus. When there's a lot of menus, like there's all these drop-down menus, and you go to this option and that has another option, and I don't know what any of the options mean, I get really confused. Kind of like Visual Studio. So I uninstalled Visual Studio and went back to compiling my programs on the command line. Anyway, that was just a side note. So I like running commands from the command line. So here's what I've done. I have Fairy Stockfish, and I have a text file I wrote where I copy paste commands that I've run with the command line arguments I want to point to where Fairy Stockfish is on my computer so that I can launch Winboard on my Windows 11 laptop, and I can tell it which variant I want to play, and I can set any command line option that I want. So here's the thing. If I want to play shogi against Fairy Stockfish, I can now do that. I can do that, and I can do chess. I can do any of the chess variants. So I don't have to have an internet connection now that I have the files on my computer to play all these chess games, which is really cool. And I'm definitely going to be streaming this. I'm going to be streaming, recording this, that sort of thing, because I've become like a major chess streamer. I am Chastity the chess coach. That doesn't mean that I'm the best in the world at chess, okay? But I really love the game, and I'm actually really decent. Because whenever people sit at the board with me and play, I usually beat them because I'm more knowledgeable than just about anybody in Lee Summit, Missouri when it comes to chess. I'm talking Western chess. I'm not that good at shogi or Shang-Chi. But as far as Western chess, I know the names of openings. I have a strategy I use, you know? I'm pretty good. So I even started work on a chess book, but I haven't worked on it recently. I've been so busy. Anyway, I know this has been a weird stream, guys, because I've been talking about how I had my balls removed, but I've also been talking about X-Board and the chess engine Fairy Stockfish. Basically, this is my thoughts. This is how my brain works, people, is I'm thinking, okay, Tetris and chess and Final Fantasy VI are my favorite games. I love to play board games and video games. But sometimes I talk about how 4 years ago I had my balls removed. Definitely one of the best things I ever did. Definitely. Don't regret for a second. Because I was in pain. And I had to get them removed. And I finally found a nice urologist that was willing to remove them. He usually did orchiectomies for cancer patients. But he's like, hey, if that's what you want and it will help you eliminate your pain, then let's do it. I'm like, okay, man. He's such a nice dude. I don't remember his name. I know I could look it up, but yeah, he's probably my favorite urologist. If I ever had a urologist I wanted to go to, he would be the man for the job because he did my surgery and saved my life. Whew. Anyway, so here's the thing. I am almost to Walmart, so I'm gonna have to end this stream because I have to work at Walmart all night, and I typically do my streams to Instagram, or maybe sometimes I'll talk on the phone to a friend while I'm walking to work because 30 to 40 minutes is a long time. There's a lot you can talk about in 40 minutes. You really can. So now, is there anything else that I want to say before I end this fabulous Instagram Live? Yes, actually. Okay, so I'm changing the way I do some things, okay? For the most part, I've just been focusing on gaming. I've been playing Final Fantasy games. I've been playing chess and shogi. Really love shogi. And that kind of thing, and playing a little bit of Tetris today. So I've been focusing on gaming. I have not been talking about other things as much. I haven't been posting about other things like human or animal rights issues, because those are the things that get me censored. So here's the thing: is I could talk about those important issues and then get myself banned from social media for doing so. In which case, nobody gets to hear what I have to say about it. Or, hear me out, guys. Here's my plan. My plan is to be, a video producer where I stream and record videos and entertain people with games. I've been getting a few followers on Twitch. My idea is just to basically become a big time streamer and get really rich by being such a popular streamer. People donate to me because I'm so entertaining to watch. So they subscribe to me on Twitch or whatever. And then if I have lots of money because people do that, then I'll basically end up like Finster or Gotham Chess, where they make a lot of money by streaming. So that's my plan, is to have a streaming business where I play games, I entertain people, and I use my AI music a lot too. I share my music in my streams and stuff. And so if I get rich, then I'll have money to donate to all the causes I believe in. So that's basically my plan right now, because I can't really go into the depth of all the things I believe in very much, because then I just get having people report me on social media and getting my accounts deleted, and I don't want that. So it's like I've been carefully considering all this, and it's like I have to make a choice. So basically my plan is to not talk about, certain issues so much, and to just focus on entertaining people with gaming and that kind of thing. But also, guys, it's not like I'm hard to contact. If you have a specific question for me about anything, then you can message me, and you can, like my WordPress blog, chastitywhiterose.com, where I write things sometimes. It actually has like my cell phone number and email address and all that good stuff. So I make myself very easy to contact. So if I get banned off of Instagram and you're listening to this, just remember that you can contact me. There's ways to contact me. That being said, I have 1,000 emails on 2 different email addresses that I haven't checked, because they keep coming. Sometimes I'll get 100 emails in a day, and I can't keep up with my email. I'm just flooded with all kinds of stuff. A lot of it's spam, a lot of it's political, and I just delete anything political from my inbox, basically, because I'm not a political person. I'm not even planning to vote. I'm probably not going to vote, not unless I had a good reason to waste the time doing it. So if I delete all the political stuff, then if there's anything important, maybe I'll be able to respond to that. So anyway, assuming I don't have any more trouble with Instagram, there may be some more streams in the future. So anyway, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and remember, be fabulous and be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes!